Good morning, everybody. Another day on the channel. I'm Keegan. Welcome back, or welcome to. And today is going to be another slow yet hopefully full of progress day on the Subaru. I'm going to tackle every one of these spot welds all the way down from the top of the rocker to the bottom. Measuring the Z, it was kind of like half an inch off on the width. Enough to where I'd rather trim the metal from the Z shell and make up the difference and lay it on top of the Subaru body directly than play around with what's existing on the rockers for the Subaru. Hopefully Holly gets me back the ECU for the Z. We can maybe do a video or two on that. They said it should have been here last week. Hopefully it didn't get lost. Not rushing them. I'm really glad that they took that piece in. But we're gonna vacuum this out one more time. A little bit of glass here and there. May have made a mess in the last video, but we'll address it. And you'll probably get an update after I've tackled one side and then do the other side. Probably throw the camera over in the other Z and see where we're at. Thank you, and we'll see you shortly. What's up, guys? A little update. Starting to get a lot of these spot welds. You probably see all of them going all the way down to the rocker. Had a step up bit, but it gave out after about 3 uses. There's the other end of it right here. Probably gonna have to get a hardened super fancy one because that one was not having it. Same with a lot of these bits. A lot of these holes are still small, but thankfully with the hammer and a chisel we could go behind and get the layers, start splitting it. This side obviously staying in the car, this side hopefully getting removed. They go all the way up. This doesn't matter because it got cut. I might have to dig out more of this rubber because it's still in there, but we got a lot of them started. And then this panel just kind of wraps around here a little bit. One. There's spot weld here, but it's not part of that. And I'm sure I will miss some, but as I remove it, it's going to be super obvious which ones are still left. This panel kind of comes down, swings back out. But just a little update. This process. One spot weld at a time, but thankfully they're so small that there's multiple ways to get it, whether you're grinding it, hammer, chisel, or just step up bits, or ideally a spot weld bit, but I currently don't have any, so we're working with what we got. So the next update, slide update, just a good old yeet. And this obviously still needs loved. Kind of paused because all this carpet, good old fire, roof, not a good mix. Ended up using a grinder to tag all these spot welds, hammer, chisel, kind of force them out the easy ones because that was not having it again. Broke the plastic there, so I could just pop it out. Doesn't matter, we're not reusing that. Up there, still a little wrecked. I should probably count to see how many spot welds there are, but there were quite a lot, all in this area, but none really up here, so it just kind of peeled off. There's only a couple, and we're gonna get right back to it. It is what it is. Really new day. I had to shut it down because it was getting late. Mom's got school. We're not gonna make too much noise. We're about to finish up this panel. Got about the top half all the way down to there. Stopped at the same spot at the carpet. Paulie gave me my ECU. This is still running richer than Bill Gates, as the legends say. And no idea why. It might be a stuck injector. The fuel flow is about 65 compared to the 10 that it should be on liters per hour, I believe it's measured in. Looking at the tune. Got new plugs coming, new injectors, and plug wires. We're gonna keep it simple. I know it's running rich. The question is, why is it running rich? I'll probably give you an update video on that when parts get here. Hopefully I can give you a walk around of the car at that time. But until then, we're gonna get back chugging. Got more material to remove, and we're gonna get to it. Just some progress. A lot of work doing it by hand, the hammer and chisel, but these spot welds are so thin and so small that prying them out is really just usually super easy. Like these, I drilled the center and then just hit them right from it. About to do this reinforcement points and probably work my way up right down to the tower of the front column for the window that was there but is no longer there. That's the portable jack holder that ended up falling out. I was gonna do the dramatic fall down, but a little tired. It's all right. Get back to it. Remove this layer. It's about 3 layers all the way down. There was some rust down here, but we'll be taking care of all that when the new body gets sat on top of it. A lot of times when they cut fenders and stretch them out, whatever, they'll end up cutting this and then sealing it off with seam sealer. So they'll do it, fold it up, seam sealer. Hopefully the cuts won't be too big. If we end up using this, we still don't know what's going to be left. But I'm trying to leave as much material, and the more that I remove, the easier it's going to be to cut it down to size. Because what I've noticed is how close that pillar is to that wheel on Datsuns. There's a lot bigger space over there, so we're gonna have to get creative. Moved all those over there, so no sparks. Those aren't even really full, but just in case, you know, that we were outside, kick it downhill, whatever. We're gonna get back to it. Hey guys, a little update. We managed to get these rockers off. There were little rocker reinforcements that were in the rockers themselves. So the skin, some of the skin, got some more of the skin, and the rest of it I threw over there. Decided to stop right here because if anything, because of such a short wheelbase, like I said earlier, that may end up dropping the body kind of right here, which will be fine with how the dash works. Not sure how we'll do seats yet, but now we can trim up towards the inside of the vehicle a lot more. And I'm gonna have to repeat this on the other side. Probably do that off camera, but just so you guys can see a bit of the piecing apart of the wagon. Still has these dimples in them, so I'm not too worried about it losing its shape, and it's not going to be driven until that other car is on it. I should have probably braced it a bit more towards the middle, and I'll have to brace it when it gets cut, but with all these bracings like that and the bottom, I'm not too worried about it losing shape. On jack stands maybe, but with how together it still really is, I'm not too worried about it. And I'm hoping that I can leave all of this, and I probably will, and I'll take away material from the Zeeb show. But yeah, a little update. Get this and the other day of footage together and throw it all together. Take it easy, guys.